Hello and welcome to our Looking for Leaks class on Canvas. This slide is just to serve as a reminder that IFAS Extension is an equal opportunity institution. This means that we do not discriminate under any circumstances. For those of you who are not familiar with Extension, we are a partnership between Sarasota County, the University of Florida, and the U.S. Department of Agriculture. We consider ourselves the education arms of the university, and we aim to deliver helpful resources, knowledge, and solutions for your life. With all that said, let's go ahead and get started. So, my name is Jackie Leibowitz, and I'm the Water Resources Program Assistant at IFAS Extension, Sarasota County. Our Water Resources Program is dedicated to protecting our local water resources. One big way to do that is to save water by finding and fixing leaks, which is what we're going to be talking about in this presentation. So the outline for this presentation is pretty simple. We'll talk about the issue with leaks, how to read your water meter at home, and finding that leak if you currently have one. After that, we'll talk about what to do once you find that leak, some resources available to you through the county, and of course, getting your free toilet fix-it kit after you finish this video. So now we're going to talk about why leaks are such a big issue. You might think, nah, there's no way I have a leak. I haven't seen or heard anything out of the ordinary at home. Well, it turns out that leaks are more common than you think. In homes with old appliances, you're likely to run into a leak at some point, but leaks can still happen even if your system is up to date. It might seem like a leak is a small problem to have, but they can quickly turn into a catastrophe. Unmanaged water can create an environment for bacteria and mold, especially when dealing with the hot, humid weather in Florida. And of course, leaks really do add up over time and are often the primary culprit for a high water bill. As you can see in the picture on the right, the average household wastes 10,000 gallons of water through leaks every year. That's the same as 270 loads of laundry. That unchecked water from leaks can also damage appliances, flooring, and more over time if left untreated. Aside from water damage to the home, it's a big waste of water. Like we saw before, the average family wastes 10,000 gallons on leaks each year. And this could be loads more if you're dealing with a leak in a high water use system like your in-ground irrigation. In fact, the Water Research Foundation estimates that leaks account for about 12% of water use in a standard home. That's water that could be going toward watering your plants, washing your clothes, or any other number of tasks. So leaks increase your water bill, use water needlessly, and have the potential to create long-term damage to your home. It's really important that we stay on top of leaks, and that might seem like a really daunting process. But I'm going to walk you through how to check your meter to see if you even have a leak in your home, and then we'll go over some tips on how to find that leak if you do. Okay, so to check to see if you have a leak in your home, you have to read your water meter. So do the following to check for leaks in your home. 1. Turn off any devices that use water. This includes faucets and water-using appliances such as the refrigerator ice maker, dishwasher or clothes washer, hose bibs, and irrigation. Make sure no one uses any water until you're finished checking. 2. Locate your water meter box outside. Most water meters are located in an in-ground box in the front yard near the street or sidewalk. 3. Use a screwdriver to open the lid. Be sure to wear gloves and move the screwdriver around in the box to scare off any creepy crawlies that might be living there. 4. Your meter may have a lid or cap over the dial. If so, use the screwdriver to remove it or lift it off with your hands. So this is an example of what your water meter might look like. Of course, not every meter will be the same, so check out the link here if you need more help reading your specific meter. I'll also have it linked under our resources section on the homepage of this class. Anyways, Number 1, the red triangle here indicates water flow. If all of the water is turned off and the red triangle is moving, there is a water leak somewhere. Observe the dial for at least 3 minutes to make sure there are no leaks. Number 2, the numbers surrounding the circle represent the water that's being used. Each increment on the dial represents 1 gallon of water. Number 3, this is the meter's odometer. The numbers represent the total gallons of water transferred through the meter since it was first installed. If you notice your meter showing that water is still being used and you're sure that all your water using appliances are off, that means you're dealing with at least one leak. Now it's just a matter of figuring out where that leak is. If you suspect you have a leak, it is now your duty to find and stop it. You can always think of it like a treasure hunt. Finding this leak will lead you to a lower water bill. Plus, there's no greater treasure than saving a precious resource. It's important to keep in mind that your leak might either be in your home or outdoors. Check inside your home for leaks first. If you don't find any and the meter is still running, there may be an issue with your outdoor pipes or appliances. Next, let's talk about finding those leaks. So, while leaks can come from any appliance that uses water in the home, a great place to start, especially if you have a high water bill, is to check your toilet. Some of the biggest leak offenders are toilets, but the rule of thumb is if it uses water, it can leak. If you suspect a leak within the home but aren't sure of the cause, check your toilets first with a simple dye test. Put a few squirts of food dye into the tank of your toilet and wait 30 minutes. You can also pick up toilet tank dye tabs for this exact purpose, which will be included in your toilet fix-it kit. While you're waiting, do not flush the toilet. If you do, you'll have to start the process again. After 30 minutes, check the bowl for any food coloring. If you see any color, you likely have a leak to fix. Believe it or not, leaky toilets can waste up to 200 gallons of water per day, sometimes even more. Thankfully, in most cases, leaky toilets are easy to fix. If your toilet has a leak, it's most likely due to an old or worn-out toilet flapper. Flappers are inexpensive rubber parts. They can build up minerals or decay over time. If you open up your tank and feel your flapper, and it feels more hard than flexible, chances are that's what's happening. Make sure you have the right size flapper when you do go out and buy a replacement. Many flappers are universally sized, such as the one in your toilet fix-it kit, but older toilets tend to use 2-inch flappers, while more modern toilets use 3-inch flappers. You can always measure your flapper to be sure. If you've replaced the flapper and your toilet is still leaking, you might need to look into replacing the flush valve or contacting a plumber for help with repair. So, what if it's not coming from your toilet? Well, then it's time to go through our leak detection checklist to help you figure out where else your leak might be coming from. Now, keep in mind, once you find the source of your leak, you can always look up some ways to temporarily fix it while you wait for an appointment with your regular plumber. Some sources suggest using a putty to keep the water in the offending pipe, and others say that repair clamps are the way to go. If you're not comfortable with any of these DIY methods when it comes to your pipes, that is perfectly okay. Just be sure to arrange that visit with your plumber sooner rather than later. So the following information is adapted from Volusia County's leak detection checklist. The first place to start is in the bathroom right after you finish up testing your toilet. You want to check your faucets and shower head first. Listen and look for drips, and be sure to check the back of the faucet to see if there's any water leaking from that connection as well. You can also look at the handles that control the faucet in your tub to see if any water might be leaking from there. Finally, look under the sink to see if there are any unexpected wet or damp areas. If everything looks good there, we can move on to our next location. So now we can check the laundry room. The first place to start is your washing machine. Look for any wet or damp areas under the washer or around the washer. While you're looking, just quickly check the supply line to see if there are any leaks happening between the wall and the washer. Still good? All right, let's move on. Okay, the next destination on your hunt for leaks is your utility room. For some people, this just might be your garage. Either way, it's where your water heater and softener are stored. So look around your water heater for those trademark wet spots and take a look at the pressure valve as well, which will be at the top of the tank. Next, check out your softener. Oftentimes you can hear if there's a problem with your softener. It will sound like there's constantly running water, and this might mean that your softener is in regeneration mode. Put it in bypass mode and then check your meter again to see if your flow indicator stopped moving. Well, if it wasn't your water heater or softener, then it might just be coming from your kitchen. So this is the last main room in the house, but of course if you have any appliances that use water in your bedroom or other rooms in the house, be sure to check those too. While you're in the kitchen, check your faucets like you did in the bathroom. Check under the sink for any wetness and then take a look at your dishwasher to see if there are any wet areas there as well. Finally, check out the back of your refrigerator. If it's nice and dry back there, it's likely working as it should be. If you happen to have any other appliances in your kitchen that use water, do a quick check on those too. Mainly, you're looking for wet spots and listening for any dripping noises. If you determine that the problem is not inside your house, it's time to look outside. So check any spigots or outdoor faucets you have outside for dripping. If you have a hose connected to them, temporarily detach it. If you have a swimming pool, check out its autofill valve, if it has one, and see if it's running correctly. If everything else checks out here, then the last but most important place to check for leaks is your irrigation system. So this is a big one because a leaky irrigation system has the potential to waste a lot of water. First, turn your system on and run each zone manually for about 10 minutes. While a zone is on, walk around the perimeter and check your active spray heads for any leaks or broken heads. After you finish checking all your zones, go back to your controller and look for any odd or unexpected programming, like if your irrigation is set to run on the right days and times, or if there are any other programs that are running that aren't supposed to. Another visual way to check for leaks is if you see a much thicker and greener patch of lawn in your yard. That might mean that spot is getting more water due to a leaky head or break in the irrigation line itself. If you live in Sarasota County, you can request a free irrigation evaluation, and we will send out a team to check for any above ground leaks in your system, as well as checking your system's overall efficiency. A link to request an appointment is in the resources section of this class. Fixing leaks is an important step in maintaining your home and keeping your water bills lower. Not to mention, the water savings are significant. Just take a look at the chart to the right. A tiny little pinhole leak has the potential to waste over 70,000 gallons per year if left unfixed. If you're having trouble finding motivation to complete the leak detection checklist, recruit a friend or family member to help you out. You can even make it a fun competitive game to see who finds the source of the leak first. No matter your method, you can be sure that fixing the leaks in and around your home has a great payoff. Sarasota County Public Utilities will alert you if there's a significant leak in your home. If a meter reading comes back a certain percentage higher than normal, it creates a report. This report is examined by utilities. After, a work order is often generated to check the reading for accuracy. If a leak is suspected, you'll be sent a high bill letter or be contacted by phone. This is a helpful tool, but remember that you can often detect smaller leaks in your home through the leak detection checklist I just shared. As you just saw, even a small leak can really add up over time if left alone. A law passed on July 7, 2020 offers some financial relief from leaks that are outside of the customer's control. Some leaks are hard to detect through obvious signs, like a running toilet, and need professional intervention. You may qualify for an adjusted water bill if you find yourself dealing with a concealed leak that is hard to detect, an abnormal event such as vandalism or water theft that damaged your plumbing system, or you may be exempt from wastewater billing when you first fill up a swimming pool. Utilities can help with leaks outside of the home as long as they are not inside the property line. Contact a plumber or leak detection agency for help with leaks on your personal property. For leak detection support, contact 941-861-6790 or send an email to utilitybill@scgov.net. If you watch this entire video and take the pledge on Canvas to fix any current or future toilet leaks as quickly as possible, you are eligible for a free toilet fix-it kit. We have partnered with the Southwest Florida Water Management District to distribute these kits from now throughout 2023. They each contain a set of leak detection tablets to help you detect toilet leaks, a replacement flapper, and a fill cycle diverter and toilet dam to help you save up to a gallon per flush. Included with your kit are instructions for using and installing these products. You can pick up yours for free at Twin Lakes Park. Just show proof of your certificate to the person at the front desk. Thanks for tuning in, and be sure to check out some of the other free classes available to you online offered by us at IFAS Extension, Sarasota County.